Hello, ladies. What's up? I was looking for my charger. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Samoya. What's up? Trying to find peace of mind. What's up, Buttons All Day? What's up, Pretzel? Hey, ladies. What's going on? Yeah, Jasmine's over there. She done. I don't know what she on. She on some weird. She on some weird stuff. I could tell you that much. Um, I thought court was supposed to be today. At least that's what she said. And then she said something about court being May 25th or something like that as well. So I don't know what she got going on over there. Hey, Miss Thick Thighs. But she had the nerve to ask people if they wanted, if they cared, if she sat there and used the bathroom. Like, if y'all think that she ain't on something, I don't know what that is, honey. She's over there, that boy over there screaming at the top of his lungs, talking about he hungry, telling her no. And I'm just thinking to myself, she over there talking about how she missed Chris and how she would take him back and all types of stuff like that. But Chris won't even come get his son. So you willing to take a man back that won't even come and relieve you of the son that you have for him? You can't even go get a job because you're not even getting assistance from him. Like he's not even trying to go half with you on daycare and let you tell it you can't get daycare, but you can get food stamps. So how is it that you can receive food stamps but can't get daycare for legendary if you needed it? You ain't making a whole lot of nothing money. I do believe that you will be able to get daycare for him if you wanted him to go. And then she had the nerve to sit up there and say that Legendary has a long time before he gets off into school. No, Legendary's birthday ran late last year, called because he turned 3 after school started. Now he can go to school, but see how you are set up, you're lazy. You're going to allow that boy to be at home with you until he's 5 years old. So he won't be entering into no pre-K at all. He'll be going straight to kindergarten when he turns 5 years old. When she don't have no choice but to send him to school, that's when she will. But as far as him going to pre-K, she's not gonna put that boy off into no pre-K. Because he most definitely can go. What's up, Mara? He most definitely can go. I don't know why they keep postponing. I don't know if that's what they did, Simone, but she did say something about May 25th, and then she also said something like that court was today. I thought court was today, so that's why I'm here. But nevertheless, honey, it was just the whole simple fact that she's up there talking about how she would never ever get back with Philip, but she will most definitely run into the arms of Chris if the opportunity presented itself. Like she said, she does not like she does not like Philip, but she loves Chris though. Hold on, y'all. What y'all think about that? What's up, Karen? Hey, Mara. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on. I got an important phone call that I'm on. I'm coming back. Hold on. No, Samoya, she didn't say anything about nobody being able to be around the kids or anything like that. All I know is that the girl is over there talking about how she's over there talking about how she would go back to Chris and how she would be with him and all types of weird stuff like that over there talking about she gotta take a shit and asking people do they mind if she take one while she's on live instead of her just getting off to do what she needs to do, like she had to even announce that in the first place. Like you could have just got you know what? You could have just stayed gone like you been gone. It's nothing to love about Chris. It's nothing to love about him. It's nothing. Let me tell you something. It's nothing to love about a man that'll sit up there and leave your ass stranded with rent that you cannot pay, to where you have to come to the internet and completely, totally embarrass yourself and ask your subscribers to assist and help you with something that you should be able to help yourself with if you want to put yourself off in that situation. She allowed him to talk her off into moving off into a house that she could not afford. All because of him. It wasn't because of the kids having a space, extra space, or anything like that. No, it wasn't. It wasn't because of that. It didn't have anything to do with that. How you doing, Miss Tracy? It didn't have anything to do with that. It had all to do with the fact that she was trying to please him. So she moved off into that house and ended up having to pay majority of the bills because he probably was lacking thereof whenever he told her he couldn't do whatever he was doing. And that's why she was behind on stuff. And that's why she had to do this and do that while she was with him. And then after he left, she had to come on her and ask for 500 or something odd dollars to help over rent because he did not assist her help. At least that's what she said. That's what she came on her and said. But now, if I was to go back when any of one of my exes, it'll be Chris. But Chris don't even pay. He don't even pay his son no attention. How you doing, Brandy? He don't even pay his son no attention. So how could you, and then you gonna tell somebody, you know what, you bait people off into these conversations, but you don't mind it because your ass is messy. You talking about how you wouldn't kick a woman while they're down. Meanwhile, you done been on your platform more than several times on here talking shit about different females. If it wasn't Chris's baby mamas, Philip's baby mamas, you done been on her talking about strong mommy Chris. You done been on her talking about me. You done been on her talking about Liv. You done been on her talking about a whole lot of people. So I don't know where you get off talking about what you wouldn't do, because you done did a whole lot, including to your own kids. So let's just be very clear. Let's be very clear. You can't speak on no situation in regards to Olivia and Gerard. And when people come off into your chat and try to bait you off into conversations that don't have nothing to do with you, you should stick your big ass nose off into it. You know how to ignore certain stuff. You was ignoring comments when they was in their call asking you was you was a man, right? So how come you could ignore the comments that was stating towards or going directed towards Olivia because you just wanted to have something to say? And then not only that, you wanted to chime in what's going on with strong mommy Christy, right? So then they can start messing with you next, to then you can have something to talk about. But to sit up there and talk about how you would be with somebody or how you wish to be with somebody after they done left your ass stranded with a child that you cannot be relieved from. You can't even go get no job if you wanted to. You sit up there talking about how you done been offered a job position or whatever the case may be, but your ass can't take it because you don't have nobody to keep legendary. So what is his daddy doing? His daddy's not doing anything from the looks of his head. He's not doing nothing. He's not doing nothing at all. So I don't know how you can get on here and put 100 on nothing for him when he don't even do nothing with his kid. I could never ever sit up here and say what I would do with a man that don't do for his child. And it's clear that he don't do nothing for him. It's clear that he don't relieve you from him either, because he's always with you. You can't do nothing without legendary being with you. You have to have him with you. So when you go to court, he's going to be with you, right? So nobody around you or nobody's willing to keep him, because from the looks of it, you still got him with you, because if that was the case, he would be wherever he was going to be at for somebody to keep him while you going to court. But you going to take him while he's making all of that noise with you while you at home. What you think he going to act like when you take him to the court? He gonna be disruptive in the court. They gonna make your ass leave. He don't need to be there no way. Why would you not make preparations for your child to go somewhere, knowing that you got to go to court if you got to go to court? Because all of this going to court with this whole situation is just, you know what? It's done got old to me. Like, it don't even matter what happens or what don't happen. He embarrassed of his son. What he embarrassed for? You came from him. And he decided to lay down with Jasmine, so he should be embarrassed of himself for laying pipe off in her and getting her pregnant. So the joke's on him. He can be embarrassed by his son all he wants to, but he laid down with a woman to make that baby, so he could be embarrassed by legend all he wants to, honey. He sure can, but he's a product of him. He most definitely is. He most definitely is. Yeah, she loved the fact that she was getting treated like she was one of the homies instead of his girlfriend, instead of his woman. He was only willing to come over there to get money from her, to eat her food stamps up. He was over there. He was profiting. He was benefiting from her. That's what he was doing. These women will allow these men to benefit from them, and they don't. If they're not required to do anything, if a man is not required, what's that wait for? If a man is not required to do anything, he's going to do just that. He's not going to do anything. So if you don't make a man do anything, or if you tell him, "Hey, listen, this is what you're gonna have to do," really and truly, you shouldn't have to tell a man. You shouldn't have to tell a man how to be a man in the first place. You should know. He should know what he's supposed to do. And that's just that on that. So if you have to walk a man through what he's supposed to do, then you don't that's not somebody you should consider yourself being with. Somebody that's just gonna leave you within a lease, and then to the point to where you had to downgrade your whole entire situation because you were unable to afford where you were at because he left you. When he left you, everything went down. At least it went down. You let it go down, or whatever the case may be. If you were the one holding it up, I don't know why you couldn't keep it up or whatever. Or you just allowed it go to shit. But then again, those people was getting tired of and knew that you was over there tearing up their property, so they wanted you out. And then y'all done punched holes all and everything. You had to completely downgrade from where you were at to where you are now, to where you in a sinkhole. Your house could be sunken into the ground. What's up, Tiffy, baby? What's up? Yeah, he was treating her just like she was one of the homeboys, but she missed him. Had her walking around her looking like Quasimodo because she was beat up. What's up, Jack Lee? The way Chris don't mess with her or the boy is the only reason she need not to. No, that's what I'm saying. So how she gonna sit up there and have so much hot shit to talk about Philip, but don't have nothing to say about Chris when Chris don't even come get his son? He don't even come get his son. He does not come and get his son. You cannot even go get a job because he won't come get his son. But you sit up there talking about, oh, I just think the reason why I haven't been posting is because I think I'm still grieving. Bitch, you what? You still grieving over what? You still grieving over the fact that you was getting beat up over there? That you was over there having a fight in front of your kids? That you wasn't happy? That he told you that he didn't want Legendary and you had him anyway? So maybe, this is what people maybe need to understand. You know what? I heard something that may be harsh, but it's the truth. It doesn't matter. It's the truth. And it is what it is. The thing of it is, if a woman is able to have a baby and decide whether she wants to have it or not, decide whether she wants to have it or not, decide whether she wants to have it or not, and decide to go abort that child because it's her body. Well, if a man decides that he don't wants to be a father to that child, would that not be his choice? If a woman can choose to not have a baby and not be a mother to it because she don't want it, then how come a man can't decide that he don't want to be a father because he don't want the baby? Is it that they both laid down to make it, right? So how dare a woman say what she's not wanting to do or what she's not willing to do if she laid down and gave her body to somebody to where she was able to get pregnant, but now she's talking about, oh, I'm about to go pop me a plan B, or I'm going to go get an abortion. I don't want this baby. So if a woman is not talked down on how she don't want a baby and she's able to go abort, get rid of, she's getting rid of a baby, meaning that baby's not gonna make it. That baby's not gonna have no life. That man is just abandoning a child. That child is gonna still be alive though, but that child is just gonna be abandoned. But that child is gonna be alive though, but that child will just be abandoned because he don't want that child. What's the difference? Is there a difference? I believe it's the same difference. If the woman can make a choice to not have a baby and decide that she wants to go abort a child because she doesn't want it, then how come a man can't decide if he gets a woman pregnant and she have it and he tell her he don't want it? How come he can't decide that he don't want to be a father? These women are sit up here and know that these men have other children. They know these men have other children. They know these men ain't there for their other children. They know that they're not stand-up guys for their other children. They already know this. They know this already. But they lay down and have babies for them anyway. I don't know what kind of magic they think they be having or what they possess. I mean, but if he's not taking care of the others, he's most definitely not going to take care of yours either. Even if he's in the house with you, he's not going to do it. If he doesn't want to, he's not going to. It's simple. It's simple. They should have used some contraceptives and neither one of them did. So therefore, guess what? I believe when you lay down and you decide to make a baby, that both parties should be responsible and nobody should decide what they don't want to do, because y'all should have decided that y'all didn't want to lay down with each other without having contraceptives involved, meaning a condom or some type of birth control to protect yourselves to where no baby would have been came about if y'all would have used a condom or if there was some type of birth control set in place. I don't believe that no woman should be able to say what she don't want to do. If she was able to sit up there and lay down and not protect herself from not getting pregnant, then why get pregnant and abort a child? The same way people should want men to neglect their children, they shouldn't want women to go be able to sit up there and talk about what they be able to do with their bodies just because they're being careless with it. Now it'd be different if somebody violated you. Took your body from you. That's different. Then I'm going to say that if you make that decision because you don't want to have to deal with something like that, then that's totally your choice. But for you to actually lay down, knowing what sex brings, and you decide to make that decision, and you grown enough to make that decision, then be grown enough to take care of a child that you laid down to make. Period. That's exactly what that should be. Jack Lee's, they said, her friends that y'all said that were her friends, or whoever said that they was her friends, Strong Mommy Chrissy and Mean came to the platform and said that he told her that he didn't want her to have the baby, that he wanted her to abort Legendary, from what I remember. And if he told, and then another thing, what we're not gonna do is put anything all on Jasmine, because it takes two to tangle. It takes two to make anything work or make anything not work. If that was the case, if he wanted to be that way, then how come he didn't protect himself? How come he didn't use no condom? If that's how he felt, if that's what you want to say, if that's what he told her, and if that's how he felt, then how come he wasn't using no condoms? How come he was banking on some birth control that she told him that she was taking, which she were not taking? So we're not going to say this, no, Chris didn't say he didn't ever want kids. He told that girl not now. So if he told her not now, then he should have been using a condom when he was screwing her. So then she wouldn't have got pregnant in that moment. Let's save money and work together toward having more. But as she was listening, that broad knew she was pregnant. He knew she was pregnant when he nutted in her, then used no condom. Not one time, not two times, not three times. So it takes two people to make a baby. So if that's how he felt, then he should have protected himself, and he should have made sure that she wasn't lying about taking her birth control. So yeah, that baby came here because of Chris and Jasmine. Not because of Jasmine, not because of Chris, but because of both of them not using no contraceptives. So that's just what that is, period. He had said he didn't want any kids. I heard him say it so many times. Anytime that somebody came off into the chat, because she wanted to put it on thick that, you know what, Chris did want some babies, but guess what? He said no. No, I don't want no babies. No, 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 no. How many times do a man got to tell you what he don't want from you for you to comprehend that he don't want these things from you? So when you decide to make that conscious decision to have a baby for a man that told you what he didn't want, and he decide that he don't want to be a part of that baby's life, then I guess you say people don't sign up to be a single mother, then I guess you did, right? Because if a man tell you what he don't want, if a man tell you what he don't want, just imagine a man tell you what he don't want and he still nutsing you and still gets you pregnant. The disrespect. I would find that blatantly disrespectful. He tell you what he don't want, but yet he don't even protect himself to not even get you pregnant. And he gets you pregnant and still shows you how he don't even want the baby. Imagine that shit. I think that's just sad. A man tell you, I don't want no kids with nobody right now. No, 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 no. And you just trying to make him get you pregnant. You want him to get you pregnant. You making sure that Taylor Port is on deck. You making sure he good and toasted before he touch you. It was a drunken Taylor Port domino night that she got pregnant. What you want? A barbecue night. What you want to bet? So yeah, it takes two to make a baby, honey. A man can sit up there and say what he don't want, all he wants to out of his mouth. But if he's screwing a woman without a condom, then what we doing? What you talking about? What you don't want? You don't want what now? Because if you don't want no baby, you wouldn't be putting your cum off of me to get me pregnant. And you don't have to nut because you got some nuts that think they got actually nut off in you in order to get you pregnant when you can actually just get pregnant off of pre-cum. That's all it takes, honey. That's all it takes. You ain't got to be up in that thing for 5 to 10 hours or 2 or even 10, honey. You sure don't. That's why you shouldn't be putting your thing off and stuff if you don't know. If you listen, you taking a chance when you do those type of things. When you connecting your body with another body and you can get somebody pregnant, that's what happens. Now, like I said, imagine a man telling you what he don't want and he still gets you pregnant and shows you better than he can tell you within his actions. Because is Legendary seeing his daddy or not? Have y'all seen Legendary's head? Legendary is able to sit off in a chair. He don't have any problems to where he can't go get his hair cut. So why his hair is not cut? If he sees his daddy and his daddy participates in taking care of him, then how come Jasmine can't be relieved from that one child that she had, but the other 4 can go with their daddy though? But she has to be his mama and his daddy because his daddy ain't nowhere around to be found. And she won't talk about him other than the fact she gonna sit there and say what she would do. Oh, well, if I could, I would be with him. Like, I just really, She talking about she would have taken accountability. What's up, Mama Boo? She would have taken accountability for what? For him treating you the way that he was treating you? Oh, you wish you would have just been quiet and wouldn't said nothing when you felt disrespected by him? Is that what you're saying? Or how about when he didn't come with what he was supposed to come with, which resulted in you having to come to your platform and beg your audience when he was short because you lacked in that department to where you couldn't pay this bill or that bill? Because even with him, you still was dry bagging on here. Even with the man in your house, you still had your hand out to your audience. So let's just be clear. So I don't know exactly what you missed from him being there or whatever the case may be, but he dipped off and left you in your son. Could no man that ever did something like that to a child that we created, it'll be big F me. But when it comes to that child that we created, if he could have that energy towards that child we created, I promise you, the sight of him, I wouldn't even want to see, let alone hear his voice, let alone be talking about how I would want to be in a relationship with him. Oh, if I wanted to go back to one of my exes, it would be Chris. She makes it seem like Philip was just so horrible to her. But meanwhile, we don't know why she had that camera sitting off, placed off in that front room on Chris, and she was able to send that photo to Olivia, and Olivia got it. Huh. Did you ever have to put it? Did you ever have to put a camera? You probably should have. Shit, what am I talking about? Did you ever put a camera off in the house while Philip was there? Because you sure had one in the house while Chris was there. Why? Can you explain that? Since you like to explain things. No, because a woman can still get pregnant off of birth control. And that's just that on that. The same way a woman can get pregnant whether her tubes are tied or not. I just know mine's. I bet not get pregnant. That's all I know. But I know that too. So yeah. So you can't be trusting of no woman saying that she's on birth. You still got to protect yourself at the end of the day, because that birth control is not going to protect you from no STD if she have one. You got people that are really stupid. You got really grown adults that don't know about sexual education. They are not sexually educated at all. They're just around here fucking. Yeah. And stupid. Yeah. Dumb. She was treating him top tier while he looked at her like she had shit on her face, just like a lot of these dudes do. They bring them on their platforms, build them up for them to disrespect them. Ain't nobody finna be disrespecting me, honey. Not even a little bit. Now she won't say nothing bad about him, because in high hope she's hoping he's gonna come walking back that way. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. He doesn't do anything for his son. A man that doesn't do anything for his kids wouldn't be able to entertain me in no way, shape, or form. Because even if a man is not able to help you financially, he should be able to help you assist you in some type of way when it pertains to his kids, until he's able to help you financially. If there's a will, there's a way. There should never be no excuses when it pertains to you taking care of kids that you help make. And there most definitely shouldn't be a reason why he can't pitch, or why she cannot go and apply for daycare assistance like she did for food stamps. Because if she can get food stamps, and she can get, if she's not making an, if she's able to go get food stamps, and she should be able to go inquire about some damn daycare assistance for that boy, so then that way she can go find her something to do in the daytime. But she'll make so many excuses as to why she can't do this, and why she can't do that, and why this and why that, and why she can't, but she ain't, because she don't want to do shit. So why even come over here talk about you going to go get a job if you ain't gonna go get one? Because we don't care what you go do. We don't care how you pay your bills, if they get paid or not. Just like we don't care if you sink into that hole or not, because you don't care enough either to get your kids from over there. There's no way that people are going to actually come and tell me, like I said, that the place is sinking in or could potentially sink in, and I'm still going to have me and my kids there. That man, that your baby daddy don't even care enough to help you, to even help you move if you needed to get their kids off from over there in that area. But you want to talk about how you miss Chris and how you'll go back to him? Girl, you stupid. Let me let y'all hear some of this shit. Because I just don't have no understanding about a lot of things. It just don't make no sense to me. But for you to sit there and say that you'll go back to a man that left you stranded and empty-handed, to where you had to come on here and panhandle and beg your subscribers for $500 and something for your rent. And not only that, you had to change your whole situation from moving from where you were at to where you are now. You were in a newer house that was much newer than where you are now. You didn't have any issues over there until you made issues over there. You know, until you made it what it was not. It was up to par, brand new, until you came through there and tore it down. It was like the tsunami came through of my Jazzy life, came through and tore up those people's house. And then you try to play like you don't know why they try to charge you for this, charge you for that, and all this type of shit. And he didn't even try to assist you with the charges that was filed against you in that house. And he know he contributed to those holes in those walls. But you miss him though. She misses him. This is what she's saying. She misses a man that was putting holes in her wall. I mean, socking holes in her wall, to the point there was holes off into the bed, in the kid's bedroom. I'm trying to figure out, why is there a hole in the kid's bedroom wall? And don't tell me the TV did that, because the TV didn't do that. A TV is not the size of a fist. And the corners of a TV, even if it nicks it and hits the wall and puts a hole there, it's gonna be like a line, like a crease there. It's not gonna be in the form of a hole of like a fist or something that went through it. No. But one thing I am glad is that she took her goofy ass off of her, because what makes you think that somebody wants to sit on here? You sit on here in front of so many people. That's like me telling 134 people that I got to go relieve myself, and I'm going to sit here on the phone I'm going to sit here while I'm doing this shit while I'm on the phone with y'all. And she wonder why don't man take her serious. She wonder why he don't pay her no attention. She wonder why he treat her like the embarrassment that she's, because she's embarrassing. The dent in the refrigerator, yeah, let's not forget that. The dent in the refrigerator, the hole in the kids' room wall, that wall in there, all types of stuff. Like, girl, you better go on somewhere. You get on here looking real stupid, talking about somebody need to know their worth. Meanwhile, you still talking about how you would get back with Chris. You need to know your worth and know that you don't need to be trying to be getting back with somebody that don't take care of their kid. Idiot. But she's simply talking about Olivia needs to know her self-worth. Oh, I would never mess with a man if I knew he was married. Or, I know that Philip's happy with Hannah, and I know that she makes him a better man. So I would never mess with him. I don't want him. He don't want you. He didn't want you when he was with you. That's why he had all of those. That's why he had all of those different hoes. And that's why he had all those different baby mamas and all those other kids on you. Let's just be very clear. You wanted him. He never wanted you. He was just putting babies off in you because you were stupid. That's all. That's it. That's all, folks. Deuces and smooches my ass, honey. You thought wrong. You said you knew your self-worth. No, you did not know your self-worth, because even when he went to jail, you was still right there waiting on him. It wasn't until your ass got hot in the pants and that puss got fiery hot to where you wanted to go sit on something. And that's when Chris came into play. And then before Chris came into play, he told you, in order for him to even entertain you, that you was going to have to lose weight. So that's why that's why you was on your little weight journey. It was all because of Philip. It wasn't because you wanted to lose weight. He told you that he wasn't digging the way that you was looking. And if you came home looking the way that you was looking, that he was not going to entertain you, honey. So you start taking those shots. You start putting all of this stuff off into your body and stuff. He hurt your feelings so bad, honey. You act like you walked away from him. Stop messing with him. Girl, bye. He got out and was messing with Hannah. You didn't have no choice. You didn't have no choice. You making it seem like you walked away from him, like you broke up with him. Girl, bye. You was up there waiting for him, writing letters to him, sending him money, going to his court dates and all types of shit. Being a good old girlfriend. Being a good old jailhouse girlfriend. Wish the fuck I would. Because I ain't. What's up, proud mommy? It's not going to happen. You want to go to jail and you want to do stuff to get you jailed. And you know the things that you can do to get you jailed. And you going to stay off in there. And you going to if you did the crime, you going to do the time. And whatever you got to eat, you going to eat. Don't call my phone. You ain't finna run that bill up, because I ain't finna pay no high ass bill, so don't try it. No. You want somebody to write you? Write your damn self as to why your ass shouldn't be off in there. And read it. Now, if you want a letter, write a letter to yourself. That's how you do that. He will leave you because he's out with other women doing things with them that he shouldn't be doing, and your dumb ass going down there putting money on his books and trying to. You was working. Yeah. Guys, I used to have a 9 to 5. Yeah, tell them that you was working because you had to work to make sure that every time that Philip went in, that you were able to get him out, or that every time that Philip went in, that you was able to put money on his books. Yeah. Or be able to ride down there to go see him. Let's just be very clear. Because if you were handling and take care of your business like you were supposed to, I don't believe that you would have had to move off and see your mama. You wouldn't have been moving off into my shit, taking any of your money to go take it to somebody that's locked up. Because if you could do all of that, then you better take that money to go get you and your kids a place to stay, so y'all can get your asses up out of my place to stay. How about that? I'm just saying. Any woman that's, let me tell you something about women that sell their food stamps. Let me tell you something. Any woman, hold on, turn my shit on. Any woman that's willing to sit up there and go apply for assistance for food stamps for her children, and she decides to sell them, because you ain't getting no money off of no food stamps. If anything, the person that's getting the food stamps is getting off on you, because if you selling 100 for $50, what are you gonna do with your $50? What are you gonna do with that? I mean, you might be able to fill your gas tank up or something like that with $50. You may be able to go buy one meal at the store, if that. You might not even be able to buy all the things to be able to make that meal, because $50 don't go far. So for a woman that's willing to sell like selling a 200 for $100, I mean, like, seriously, why? If that's how people be selling their shit or whatever, it's not worth it. Because you got to think about it like this: that person get $200 worth of food. Meanwhile, the money that you getting in your hand is gonna run through your shit just off of one thing. But they gonna get items. They gonna get several or more items with the money that they get from you off of your food stamps. Why would you go obtain food stamps for your kid to feed your kids and not even feed your kids, and your kids be hungry? Because that's exactly what she would do. Just like I seen her open up her refrigerator on one of those lives that she was on, and it was bare, and then she proceeded to fill it up with processed foods. So I'm just trying to figure it out. And then your kids is walking around here talking about they hungry, or your kids is walking around here just eating snacks because they're not getting no solid meals, they're not getting no solid food. Or the full course meals will go to them because she's cooking at 9, 10 o'clock at night when the kids is going to sleep. So they're not getting the benefits of that. Or they'll go out and get 60 wings from Wingstop and shit while the kids is sleeping and all the kids already ate. It's like, we already know that you probably just fed them whatever kind of snacks that they wanted. You told them to go eat, so you just felt, okay, well, they good. So when they go to sleep, they getting 60 wings and they eating 30 wings a piece and shit. That's what he used to do. He used to get her real big, fatten her up to where he can make her feel unattractive or whatever the case may be. I mean, she totally just completely just let herself completely go. And not only that, honey, you was never his type to begin with in the first place. So I don't know if that's what you thought, but yeah, you were never his type to begin with. Nope. Nope, you're not his type. Sorry. Yeah, they got the scraps. They got whatever she wanted them to have, and it was a little bit of nothing. Honey, he got 4 or 5 vlogs of videos when he came to his birthday. He getting rose petals set from the hallway all the way up to the room with money on the bed, with gifts on the beds and shit. But let the kids' birthdays come rolling around. Guess what she say? Oh, well, they're gonna have to wait. I don't have any money. If it wasn't for Phillips and them side of the family, or whatever the case may be, those kids wouldn't. I mean, as a mother, it doesn't really matter. Birthdays these days, as far as anything goes, kids want their stuff. They're not really intriguing to birthday parties. It just depends on the child or whatever. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give them that experience either, just because they may be that way. But what I'm saying is that she would always make up excuses as to why she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that. But Phillips and them people will always come through for those kids and will make sure that those kids have somewhat of a birthday party, because Jasmine always lack and don't have no money. And then she's sitting talking about, well, if you guys only knew what I was going through, you ain't going through nothing. Not nothing that you can't get yourself out of. So if you complaining about you not having enough money, get your ass up and work, because if this is how you pay your bills, then why are you not working? You talking about what other people are not doing. You can't afford to do what other people are doing. You cannot afford to not get up and come to work. You got to get up and come to work, because it's how you pay your bills. How you going to pay your bills if you don't get up and clock in on this clock here? You consumed and worried about what the next person is or isn't doing. Talking about she haven't been on Netflix, so she wants people to believe that she does not know what's been going on with Chrissy and them, or anything that's been going on YouTube, because she hasn't been on here. You're a liar. You've been over here. Well, I mean, like, let's just be very clear. She talking about she just started watching Grey's Anatomy over again. So she's been over there watching Netflix. She's not been on over here on YouTube at all because I just been drained because I think I'm grieving from what I went through. You're grieving because of what you went through. What, getting your ass whooped? I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. Grieving because your kids was uncomfortable in the house that they shouldn't be uncomfortable in because that's where they stay. You bring it. Imagine you bringing a man off into your kids' space and in their space is being invaded by somebody that's making them uncomfortable. Not one of those kids in that house felt comfortable with his presence after he moved in there and you start allowing him to do whatever it is he wanted to do. He even had you off in your house with a hoodie on, bitch, because he wanted the temperature so low. I'm so cold. Bitch, I wish I would be talking about I'm cold in my shit that I'm in. And I'm walking around in a hoodie because he wants the temperature to be at a certain, just like she would be sitting up there screaming at those kids when he's in there sleeping, when his ass should be working on a job or whatever the case may be. She's screaming at the kids. The kids can't even be kids in their own shit because if they making too much noise, he's going to get pissed off and get mad. Don't y'all recall when she was standing in the kitchen one time and the kids were sitting at the table? Remember Ava pissed on herself? Do y'all remember? When they used to have a little Paw Patrol table and they used to sit at the little table and he scared the piss out that girl. He's sitting up there screaming or whatever or whatnot, coming there like he hard, telling them they need to be quiet because he trying to sleep. Like, girl, no. No. He came in there and interrupted those kids' whole environment, honey. You don't let nobody come in your house and interrupt your kids' peace to where they can't be themselves or they can't be kids because somebody feels some type of way about the noise that they make. And he can go somewhere else and go lay his head. Because this is where they reside and this is where they stay. Because you already know if you and him don't work out, then that means he leaves and goes somewhere. But your kids, though, oh no, that's where they stay. Ain't nobody, not even nobody's gonna come and interrupt my kids' peace in where they stay. I bet you gonna go to that door and get out of here. I bet you don't lost your damn mind. That's what I do know. So here she is, y'all. Hold on. And I'm not gonna hold this shit up either, because it's not nothing to see here. I'm just gonna show y'all this, shit. Okay. Now here she is right here. Hey y'all. Okay. Let me put her on faster, real fast. Okay. I don't want to get copyright from It's something. I'm gonna sit down and talk to you. I guess I could turn the light on. Ava looks like she really does need to be seen by a doctor quick and fast to see what's going on with her, because something is going on with her. I understand that some kids, you know, they grow at their own pace or whatever the case may be, but she's 7 years old now. She's 7. So I expect for her to have a little bit more meat on her bones than what she has on her bones, whatever the case may be. And then she does look very sickly. If she's not sickly, she does look sickly. She does. She does not look like she's healthy. She does look like she's somewhat malnourished. She does look like she does need some cases of Pediasure. Most definitely. I don't know why her mama, instead of you buying those shakes for yourself or whatever the case may be, instead of you going to go get those shots that you say you don't go get, you need to be taking that money to Sam's Club and going to go get your daughter some Pediasure so she can get some weight on her bones. It makes no sense for her to be walking around there like, I don't care if she don't eat. Make her ass drink some Pediasure. If Ava was to drink some Pediasure regularly, at least 1 or 2 a day, she will most definitely start filling out. But until her mama decide to go get that shit for her, she's going to look exactly how she's looking. Even when she turned 15, she's probably going to still be looking like that. Who knows? Because there's no way in hell that I'm going to allow my child to be looking like that in or whatever. It's got to be something going on with her. But we already know how Jasmine parents. She doesn't. So it's at the last minute that Jasmine's going to see to it that something is seen about. Somebody got to be damn near about to die for Jasmine to bust a move. That's why Aiden went off to school showing his ass, because she was not in denial. No, not in denial. Lazy. Don't care about her child enough to go see what her child may need, so then she won't have to go through what she's going through. The longer you wait for something that you see, the longer it's going to take for somebody to help your child or children if you don't address it. That's why when you go to these appointments for your kids and they ask you about any concerns that you may be having, they ask you that for a reason. Because see, that shit can fall up under parent neglect. If you're not telling the doctor, if a doctor's looking at you, they are only with your child in passing, meaning that they're only checking up on your child, checking your child out. It's up to you to tell them whatever you have been experiencing, whatever your child is doing, not doing, whatever concerns you may be having. Because if the issues are not addressed when they need to be addressed, the longer you prolong those issues, the longer it's going to take for that child or children to get what they need or whatever. I'm not saying that they're not going to be able to be helped. What I'm saying is that it's going to take longer and it's going to be harder for you and them, because you don't want to do nothing. If you say that you're a stay-at-home mom, I'm my kid's caregiver. That's what I am. I am my son's caregiver. So that's why I'm home, because I'm on call for mine. If the school calls me, I go. I have to. If I was on a job, no job is going to allow me to just go off and go get my kids. I can't do that. So I am my children's caregiver. Nobody is ever going to be my kid's child giver unless I'm no longer breathing. I've been their caregiver from the time they came out on up until now. They have never seen no inside of. I've been their daycare provider, their caregiver, all wrapped into one, honey. I'm all of that. So if you say that you're a stay-at-home mom, you do stay-at-home mom things. When she was at home with those kids, instead of her going to get the help that they needed, she didn't want to, because she didn't want to go. She didn't want to drive here. She didn't want to drive there. Oh, it's just too much. That's what she would say. So it's too much for you to seek help for your children if you see that they need it. But what's up, TC? But what's up, Mysterious? But if a man comes and entertain you, you have no problem with doing what you need to do for him and seeing to it whatever needs that he needs to be met, that they're met. I think that she will give it to Ava, but wants her subbies to buy it for her. She not spending her money or food stamps on it. Girl, she better spend her damn food stamps on it. I can't respect the bitch that get their food stamps and sell them for nothing. Now, you're not supposed to be selling them no way, to be honest with you. You can get in trouble for that shit if they find out that that's what you're doing. But hypothetically speaking, if you're going to be a person that do that type shit, I will hope that if you doing that because you might be short on a bill, but not because you want to go out to the club, not because you want to go get high, or not because you want to go do some weird ass shit that's going to leave your kids without no damn food. Because if you sell them, how are you going to feed your kids? What is it good for you to go get and apply for some food stamps just for you to sell them? Because even with food stamps, honey, that shit's still high. It doesn't matter if the shit is tax exempt or not. It's still high. What's up, Keisha? What's up, Yana? It's still high. The food is still high. So, I mean, let's just be very clear. I don't understand it. She sat up here and talked all this time about, oh yeah, I just, I would really like, I was happy. So if you were so happy, then why the hell you ain't still happy right now? And how come he ain't happy with you right now? Where is he at? I couldn't imagine sitting up here telling y'all that I was happy with a man, but I'm not with that man no more. So you were happy. He was unhappy. That's why he's gone. And that's why you still talking about him. Girl, he ain't even thinking about you or legendary. But you thinking about a man that ain't even thinking about his son? You will entertain a man that's not even thinking about entertaining his son? he wouldn't have nothing to say to me, girl. I promise you. I would have shit to say. But see, but you set yourself up for that. When you set yourself up for your child to be fatherless, then you shouldn't have shit to say about that father being a deadbeat because you're the deadbeat. You are the deadbeat. You don't want to have to open them. And you don't want to have to let him insert his penis in you. And you don't want to have to let him ejaculate in you too, bitch. So guess who's the deadbeat? If you allow a man to take all of those steps to get you pregnant, and you know what type of man he is to the other children that he already have prior to the one or the ones he have with you, then if he's a deadbeat, you the big deadbeat, you the biggest one. Because how could you know that and know that about that person and still give that person your body and get your ass pregnant and be happy about it? But you were sitting side by side with him when he had so much mouth to say in regards to, what's her name? Wendusa? Oh, you had so much to say about that, but you ain't got shit to say about you and what he's doing to you. What's up, Osan? And what he's not doing for Legendary. You ain't got shit to say. Oh, you zip like a Ziploc bag, bitch. You ain't got nothing to say. But you can be so vocal about Philip. Oh, and Hannah. But where's Chris? Oh, we can't talk about Chris. But you can get on here and you can walk down, stump down. I mean, step and stump. All on Philip. That he gets his kids. But you can't even go get an extra job. You can't even have no time to yourself at all because Legendary's daddy won't even come to get him to relieve you of anything. What's up, Shanae? So I'm just trying to understand some shit because a lot of shit just don't be making no sense to me. And it just blows me that you would sit up there and say that shit knowing that he does not even participate in even being a co-parent with taking care of his son. So I want y'all to listen to this stupid ass heifer because I was just sitting up there like, you can't make this shit up because you can't.
Legend may get up, who knows? Ooh.
You can't make this shit up.
That's my desk. That's the reason why I came in here. Went and got my purse, really, because I needed my camera. I've been recording. Okay, let me say that. So I've been recording. I've recorded content. I just haven't posted it. Pizza skits. What the hell's a pizza skit?
Girl, get to talking. We ain't got all day.
I also
You also what?
Today's court. That's another thing.
She said today's court.
I'll only talk about it a little bit. From the last court. No, I'm not gonna say anything yet. I can't say anything yet. I'm gonna wait. She told me to wait, so. But y'all would know. With the pizza, man. What are you talking about, bro?
She need more than her head exam. Something is wrong with her. Something is really wrong with Jasmine.
We're getting ready.
So I don't know if she call herself getting ready for court or what. Oh.
Thank you, love. Hey, guys.
So here's another thing. While she's sitting up there talking about nothing, I gotta say this. Cause this shit is ridiculous. Y'all in that fairy shit. I mean, I swear people make the most dumbest shit that I see be popular. I mean, go viral. So y'all feeling that she was a fairy? I think that shit is so fucking garbage. I think it's straight trash. I think that a lot of these little girls' heads is just gonna be really just scrambled. I think there is going to be a lot of making of, because that fairy shit, it's just beyond me. I mean, the grown ass women are doing it with their daughters. I mean, their minors like Jasmine. I said, but you look at this shit right here. See, in this TikTok shit, this is where all of this stuff stem from. That's what I be talking about. You got the grown people doing what little ass girls do, vice versa. Nobody wants to be what they're supposed to be. Nobody wants to be an adult. The kids don't want to be kids, and you got these dumbass bitches singing the fairy song. Have you heard the lyrics? I mean, have you heard the lyrics? Y'all think y'all like that song? That song popping? I think the song is straight trash, and the person that's singing, she's even more trash. I just don't understand it. It's a hit. Where? Somebody need to be hit in their face for making that song. I mean, you got grown ass women. They are singing along to this song, and they're making TikToks to it, dances to it and shit with their minor daughters. So when I seen Jasmine with Amaya, Kaylin, and Ava with a little, I think the concept of it was cute, but the little short ass dresses, especially the one that was on Kaylin, I said, well, wow. And then even the one that was on her. I mean, if you just bend over, you just could just show all of your ass. I mean, I'm just saying. And then people be wondering why there's nothing but little sluts running around here. I mean, they be in straight in the making. Don't you see them? They be in the making, honey, and they mama be in the making with them. That be so cold about it. The dresses were very inappropriate, but she's an inappropriate ass, whatever the fuck she's supposed to be. So, I mean, what do we expect? I mean, I don't understand it. Miss Tracy, you not missing. I have one and I haven't been on. I gotta go on there. Shit. But anyways, have you seen it though? Have you seen the stupid shit that I've been seeing? I mean, like, I would just hope and pray, and this is just on some real ass shit, that if you're gonna be a role model or if you're gonna be an influencer, that you choose to influence the mind in a way to where it's positive and to where that it's not negative, and to where that you don't put yourself out there to be a slut or a whore. And that if you know that you got people that are watching you, no matter what, how old or how younger they may be, that you might be able to influence them. So just do something that's beneficial, that's productive, that's gonna, you know, give them longevity, that's gonna add to their life and not subtract to it. Because this fairy shit is beyond me. I mean, people will hype any dumb shit up, and it'd be the most ignorant ass black people that I see that go viral for the most dumbest shit and be famous for it. And be having interviews for it. Like, I don't understand why anybody would want to ever interview Fleece. What's his name? Fleece Johnson, or whatever, that man that was taking man's butt off in prison and shit. I wouldn't even want to sit across from that dude. That I wouldn't even want no parts of him. I wouldn't even want him nowhere in my space or around me, period. But he's around here and he's just like, I'm seeing him surfacing around here and I'm like, why? So y'all think that what he be doing or what he was doing is cool? So it's like it's like, boy, I have no understanding. It's just certain shit that be pushed right in front of you that, I mean, they are really interviewing this man. This man is really like they are really paying this man to come on their shows for them to sit across from him and have conversations. I could never sit across from no man that will violate another man or violate anybody in that matter for any type of reason. For no type of traction or no type of motion. He would not even be able to come in any vicinity of me, nowhere, period. Like, seriously. I mean, they make anything popular, popping, and it's sad. I've only seen it on here, Miss Tracy, because there's, I guess, a challenge or something, monkey see, monkey do type shit. What's up, Dean? So, everybody follows suit. When somebody sees somebody doing something, then you see everybody doing that same damn thing. That's why all of these bitches is running around looking the same way, and they want you to look just like them because they all look alike. They all walking around here with the same lace front wig, the same eyebrows, the same eyes, the same shots in their face, the same feelers in they lips, the same ass, the same titties, the same, the same damn girl like R. Kelly and T-Pain. I'm trying to tell you. Nothing around here is nothing that's different. Everything is the same. Everybody's doing the same thing. And that fairy song is straight trash. It's garbage. These women that's been coming out here that's supposed to be rappers, those bitches is rappers? No, they're not. I don't call that rap. I don't know what that is. I call that something else. That's not no rapping though. That's influencing the minds of little girls that are growing up thinking that being ratchet and being ghetto and being just out there is what's up, and it's not. Can you name me any one rapper that is a conscious rapper that's not talking about selling her pussy or how she could take another woman's man or how she could use her body for this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be? Where's the conscious ones at? Do you know any one of them? Because I don't not know one of them. Not one. Not one. Not around these parts. Not in this era. Not one. I'm pretty sure there are some, but the ones that are popular, no, not one. All of them. They all present themselves the same way. They got their ass and their titties out. They all twerking on the ground, on the gram, in London, in Belize, wherever. They don't give a shit. This is what that is. I don't understand it. I listen to more male rap than I do female rap because that's what they talk about. So if you gonna trademark yourself and sell yourself short by being trademarked, they say sex sells. So that's how they have to sell themselves in order to sell. Right? So they come out here very just any type of kind of way. If you got to do all of that to make your money, then I'm just saying, like, you'd be surprised it's the very same people that come out here that will present themselves to the world in that way wouldn't even allow their own children to even see anything of a sort. Wouldn't even allow their children to be in spaces or places where they can even be able to be subjected to anything of a sort. But your kids, if you're not paying attention, yours definitely will be. That's why we were singing songs that we should have been singing at early ages, like age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, it's a number, all right, but it should definitely mean something, but it didn't mean nothing to nobody because that's why a lot of these people are walking around here fucked up now. Because age wasn't nothing but a number to them when they felt like they wanted to be, when they wanted to abuse them. Type shit. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. It really don't. It don't. It just don't. But to get on here with them short ass dresses with your daughters, talking about she was a fairy, and you talking about a fat, the lyrics and all of it just makes me cringe and just makes me. What would make a person think that shit is popping and it's snapping? Like, what would possess you to put that in? You would turn it up and blast that in your car? I wonder what a real man would think of seeing a woman listen to that song and she's there and she's bumping that shit. Like, don't you think that you would look stupid? I think you would look very dumb. The lyrics is just like, I don't even know. I can't even gather my thoughts to even say how I even feel about it because it's that bad. It is that stupid. And all of these women are doing this shit. And then we wondering why. Just wondering why that there's more sluts than there are women walking around here. There's more whores than there are women walking around here because of that reason right there. I mean, what do the kids really have to look up to if they ain't got their own parents to look up to? That's what they have to look forward to. They gotta look at shit. People walk around here half-ass naked. They got their ass and their titties out every time that you see them because that's how they have to present themselves in order to be something or somebody. Jasmine will most definitely allow these children to grow up fast because she grew up fast her damn self. She was pregnant at what age and had to get an abortion at what age? Okay, so I'm just saying. She talking about some self-worth. If you had any self-worth, then you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be in any type of positions that you are in right now. You would know what that is, and you wouldn't be with a child right now with a man that don't come see about his child. And you definitely wouldn't be singing this tune talking about how you missed something that you shouldn't even be thinking about. I wouldn't think nothing about no man that's not thinking about a child that I had for him. What's up, Laker? She's a silly ass girl. A silly, messy one at that, honey. Don't make no damn sense.
Good morning, Keisha.
And she over there just vaping away, honey.
Talking about some. Well, why would I get rid of one habit just to get another one? Why would I do that? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
You might as well. I mean, why not? I mean, you might as well. What's up, Neola? I mean, like, let's just be very clear. Like, you got to get yourself together. You over there, got a baby that you just can't. I mean, like, this baby been in this world for 3 years and she has to be stuck with him. She cannot take a breather. Nobody will come get him. Not her mama, not her brother, not her daddy, not his sister, not nobody. What's up, Harriet? That man never wanted her, and I don't understand how she couldn't see it. We all did, honey. She saw what she wanted to see, just like she's seeing what she wanted to see with Philip, honey. That's why she keep talking shit.
I feel like something's in the atmosphere because I've been off too.
Listen to her.
I don't know what it is. A lot of content creators that's been off on their social media posting. Y'all, and I was watching, I went down a rabbit hole to see who all joined the Kai Cenat, this is off topic, who all joined the Stream University. And you know what I said? Why did none of us moms apply? I feel like that would have gave it a twist. There was no mother creators in the Stream University that applied. And I was like, well, if one of us moms applied, we be so busy with the kids, like, how will we even have time? I mean, it's only 2 days. It's like a 2-day vacation, right? But I was just thinking, like, I should have applied for the streaming.
What's up, Rose?
Well, it's Stream University, but it's really just whoever do content. So you can do content. Like, I do content on YouTube. So I don't know why I didn't. Thank you. This one I got from Temu, y'all. Temu. This one, Italio. I can't even remember the name of that company. Like, a lot of creators that I watch.
Hey, Tasha.
I was like,
all right, y'all. Hold on just a second. Hold on. So I might have to go for a second. Hold on. All right, y'all. I have to listen. Keep y'all's bells ringing. I have to make a run real quick. I really do. I gotta go. I have to go. All right. So y'all keep y'all's bells ringing. I'ma come back. I'm coming back today. So keep those bells ringing. I have to go right now. I'm sorry if you just came in. You're gonna have to run it back. When I come back, I will play this live. And I also got some other things that I'm gonna play. So make sure y'all keep y'all's bells ringing because I gotta go. I gotta run. So I do apologize. But yeah, I gotta go. So keep y'all's bells ringing and I'll be back.